Paul, how are you doing this morning?
Kweku, you might see me a bit looking all that, but within me, I'm not happy.
Really?
My not being happy stems from the fact that we have an agency in this country responsible for the issuance of passports. That has, I don't know whether to call it a deliberate attempt on their part or whatever it is doing to dissuade Ghanaians from getting access to passports.
Oh, really?
Now, somewhere last year, November, I applied for a passport because I didn't even know mine had expired at the time. And I was due to travel to Congo with my brother for his marriage. And the marriage was due, I think, on the 10th of December. So the early part of November, I applied. And guess what? It took me 2 weeks to go through the registration online. 2 weeks. Having gone through that, I was only able to get access to submit my form and take my biodata details and all of that on the 19th of April.
Why? I don't understand why.
That was the only available date on the website. In November, all the way to April.
Okay.
I wasn't perturbed because some of us have been advocating for their services to be as smooth as possible, devoid of any interruptions from wherever. And then also as champions of organizations that, you know, should not be involved in any form of corrupt practices. Some of us decided to stay away and go through the normal processes just like every other Ghanaian. And guess what? Having gone through the registration, the biodata details and all of that, I was told to come for my passport on the 31st of May. That is last week, Friday.
Yes.
So I sought permission from my bosses. I went over to the passport office. I was greeted, welcomed nicely. I submitted my collection form, and then I was told to wait. So I sat quietly under a shed, waiting patiently.
Which of the offices is this?
This is the Tema station, just behind the Tema station.
That's the regional.
Okay, so I went there, I sat there quietly waiting, and then you hear names being called left, right, center, and along the line I heard my name. Thank goodness. Oh, finally my passport is ready. I got there, and then the officer said, Paul, your passport, you have to come back in 2 months' time. So I was taken aback. Why 2 months' time? It hasn't been printed, was the response I got from them. Going through on the 19th of April, and then being told to come collect the passport on the 31st of May. Here I am being told to come back in 2 months' time. Why? The passport hasn't been printed. I have seen with my own eyes on the 19th of April when I was there. People using the back door. Agents of the officers there. They always bypass the queue and then they submit whoever's form and then within seconds they are dealt with. And within a space of 5-10 minutes, their passports are issued to them. This is my own eyes. That's what I saw. And even on the 31st of May, that was last Friday.
So I know what you're talking about.
Last Friday, I saw the same thing. I walked in there with a lady. Apparently she knew me, I didn't even know her. And then she mentioned my name and all of that. He said, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm here to pick my passport. Apparently she knew someone. And so 1 or 2 conversations ensued. And before Jack, boom, she's gotten whatever she was looking for. I, on the other hand, decided to go through the normal process, just like every other Ghanaian would, because I have refused on several occasions to adhere to their request. And I said, I just want to prove a point.
Yeah.
So the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, if you are watching, I do not know what is going on at your ministry and then also at your agency behind the Tema station.
Yeah.
Their services are horrible and people are using the back door to outbeat or outwit the system. And so if you do not pay, you are not served. And I don't know how long this service or this practice is going to continue unless and until there's a deliberate decision by your outfit in making sure the ordinary citizen receives as much as he gives to the society. Then I do not know. Why must one pay for something he has already paid in order to be served? Here we are with some form of increments here and there in order that we will get expedited services.
Yeah.
We pay so much only for somebody somewhere to pay 2,000, 1,500, 3,000 to be served the same day. And me, requesting for the same service somewhere in November, I am asked to come in April to go through the registration. I do so. And then again, I'm asked to come back on the 31st of May to retrieve. I come and I'm told to go back and come in 2 months' time. What are we doing to ourselves? So, Kwaku, if you ask me, I am not a happy Ghanaian. And
So 2 months' time, that means that
somewhere July ending or maybe
early August.
August thereabout, that is when I can get access. Then that's like what? Between November and then August. That's a space of about 10 months.
Yeah.
Just for one passport. It is sad and it is sickening as a country if we are not able to have our services, so-called digital services, and we are paying so much only to be served with.
Yeah. No, I will actually call on the Vice President's office at this point to say that something needs to be done and to be done ASAP because the ordinary Ghanaian, it shouldn't be that, oh, we know your face, we see you on TV,
Right.
and so we're going to do a favor because we like you, we
right.
see you on TV. That's not how it should work. The ordinary Ghanaian from Techiman, from Nkranza, from Jema, if you want to pick, get a passport, should be able to have the same process, easy access. It's an online process. You take your details from there, you go to the passport office, you go, whether it's a premium center or whatever other center, you go, you follow, whether, and the payment you make is the duration you are willing to wait. So if you're willing to wait for a longer time, you pay less. If you're willing to, if you're in a hurry, you pay a little more. And then that, it should be as simple as that. But it doesn't make any sense that 10 months, if you don't grease somebody's palms with, and that's why we moved away from this Goro Boy system. That was the whole idea of going online. So this situation, Paul,
Is it?
Do you know what?
There's every attempt on the part of the officers there for you to use the back door. And the moment you refuse, it means that you are causing your own, or if like you are digging your own grave. It means that you don't really need the passport now. It will take you forever for you to get the passport. But you see, just like you mentioned, somebody in Techiman. What about Antimansa in Odumasi Krobo? What about Ama Bucket, who lives somewhere around Epinaman or Pramkese or Chebia Manfrum, who wants to have access to a passport? It took me 2 weeks to go through the registration. It's fine, maybe technical hitches here and there. It's okay. But
even that is not okay. Even that is not okay.
See,
an online process is an online process. It should not take 2 weeks.
That's as far as I know. All right. I went through it, in that order. Maybe it's better now. I do not know because I haven't applied for a new one. I only did so because I needed one to travel in December. I didn't get it, so I couldn't travel.
That's December 2023.
Yes. I
Yeah,
couldn't-
then it means the system has actually gotten worse.
So
because I did in 2021, 2022, and it was seamless. It was fine. There was no.
I was told that if I needed it even in an hour, it would be readily made available for me. And that will mean that I will have to pay somebody to do that. But why do we have a system that we said that it wasn't working for us? So we decided to go the extra mile to digitize it, take away those bottlenecks from there and all the hindrances. So we took away the Goro Boys, quote and unquote. Today, almost every officer working at the passport office works with 1 or 2 or 3 Goro Boys. And the moment they see their faces, they are attended to first. It doesn't matter who you are or whatever time you were there. The minute the Goro Boy comes,
in, like, oh, he's
or
one
the
of us.
agent
He works
comes,
with us.
yes.
If you complain, that's
and
what
he
they'll tell
doesn't
you.
even talk.
Yeah.
All he does is to drop the document.
Yeah.
And if mine was being worked on, it will be pushed aside, and then quickly they stamp, and then he knows the next point to go. If it is to go get your picture captured, the minute this one is dealt with, he doesn't even talk. He doesn't stand for even 5 seconds. It's done. And then he goes to the next person and gets whatever they want. So within a space of 31 hours, if he's working for, say, 5 people to get their passport, it's done. All right? And these people pay between 1,000 to 2,000 cedis.
It's crazy.
All right? In addition to what they have paid to apply for the passport.
We are our own downfall.
Why are we killing ourselves this way?
Yeah, we are our own downfall.
Can't Ghana progress? Look, go to the DVLA. I am always proud of them because they seem to be doing something right consistently.
I'm very impressed
And we
with DVLA.
seem to be retrogressing with
the
the
passport
Ministry
side,
of Foreign Affairs. You should see the queue at that end when I walked in that morning on Friday. Huge space. And this was just somewhere around 8. So you can tell what would have happened after 11, 12, 1 p.m. thereabout. That's where our country has gotten to, the gateway to Africa.
So it's almost like the cash cow for some people is that people want to leave the country. People want to travel, and so that's
There's
where
desperation.
Yeah. So
right?
then something like DVLA. DVLA is a local action.
Well.
So it's for local action. So there's no pressure on the
so the
system.
foreign affairs
the foreign affairs is
external and
so that's where the money
right.
day. Yeah.
But you see, let's also look at another angle. In a system where you are to be applying 5, 10 years almost all the time for passport to be renewed, why can't we get it right and say, hey, you can have your passport for the next 15 years, for the next 20 years, to avoid all these queuing,
But I don't think 10 years is bad, because at the end of the day, it's also about the fact that human beings change over time.
I agree.
And
but
so,
why are the Americans issuing it 20 years?
Okay.
They do it.
Okay. Good question.
I know somebody who holds an American passport and it's for 20 years. So I'm not saying Ghana should also do same, but why can't we have it for, say, 15 years to avoid some of these, issues that we always have to
it
go through?
It reduces the pressure of people coming back to the...
And then the chorus has always been that we need to print security, whatever, booklets, and that takes so much from our coffers, and by virtue of that, we need to be increasing the fees here and there. We can avoid some of these. These are all avoidable costs.
Okay.
Right? Increase the number of years. How difficult is that? Person holds a passport for 15 years, and then within the next 15 years, he has to see ways and means by which he has to renew it. And that shouldn't take forever for renewal.
No, it shouldn't.
See, now the renewal and an applicant requesting for a passport goes through virtually the same process.
Yes. Yes.
So if I'm renewing, I'll go through the same process as somebody who is starting afresh and wants a new passport.
Yeah. Almost
It's
the
sad.
same process.